Hey everyone, welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. I'm your host, Monica, along with my fabulous co-hosts, the beautiful Monique Kelly, the hilarious Amir Yes, and the man with the master plan that gets the party started, DJ Richie Sky.
We in the building.
Hey everybody. Okay. Okay, so today we're recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. And this is kind of like a filler episode, but there was a lot of tidbits that we can, munch on. So the episode starts with Gizelle and her daughter, Grace. And she brings up, they're at this dance class because Gizelle says she has no rhythm and she can't dance. And she brings up the dinner on the boat with their daddy and the girls. And Grace pretty much, she just rolls her eyes like, Mama, really? Really, Mom? Really? And, she rolls her eyes and she's like, girl, you and this pipe dream, when is it going to die?
Pipe dream. That's funny on so many levels.
Yes. Like daddy has slept with the whole congregation. Really? You going to do this to us, to our family again? Sound off. Monique, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I must say she has some beautiful kids. I mean, Grace is gorgeous. They're respectful kids. And it has to be so hard watching your mom make a mistake and you have to parent the parent. But it doesn't matter what the girls say because Gizelle's still going to date him. And that's the part that's upsetting. She has raised strong, beautiful, Black female daughters, and they're trying to do what you've taught them, and you're doing the complete opposite.
Richie, what do you think?
I don't know. I smell a scandal simmering, but you know what I'm saying? Do y'all smell it too? It's in the air. I feel a scandal brewing. And I just, I think for Gizelle's sake, she should probably stay far away from this guy at this point in time. Listen, I know he has a church. I know that he has a lot of people who really support him and follow him. I just feel like there's something, I don't know. I'm just not, no. This ain't it.
Amir, sound off. What do you think?
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree, y'all. I mean, I think that there's something brewing. For me, I feel like he's there because he feels like he should be there, not because he wants to be there. And I feel like that difference is not good for Gizelle. I think she should be with someone that wants to be with her and is not with her because of the kids. If there were no kids, would he be with her? I don't think so.
And he doesn't even go with her anywhere to anything. What is the point? It's like she's still single. But one thing about Gizelle, when she's into a guy, she rides for him hard. Sherman, she was like, I am dating the great Sherman. Him, I am dating the great Jamal Bryant. Like, she goes hard for her man.
Yeah. It benefits him, right? Because he's the head of this church in Atlanta. He's a new pastor to his parishioners. And it just doesn't look good for him to be single. It just fits his image to be married and have a first lady. And who better to be the first lady again besides his ex-wife? But his kids know the truth. Daddy slept with the congregation.
Not the congregation.
The congregation.
All of them, the men, the woman, and the children. Damn, that's crazy. All the congregation.
Everybody, the whole congregation.
Y'all are crazy.
Okay. And I feel so bad for her kids because they can see it coming, like Richie said.
Right.
Yeah, it's just bad. And it's sad when the kids like Sherman doing it in the park, doing it after dark better. They like him better than they own daddy. It's like, wait a minute.
Right.
Hold up. What is going on here?
Now, wait a minute. DJ Richie, you got some tea. You just not spilling.
You can see it all over his face.
I'm like,
Listen, honestly, I have no other tea other than what's already been released. I mean, there are some things that I do know about behind the scenes, but for me, Listen, I'm not now. No, not now.
Come on, daddy. Come on, daddy. Spill it, daddy. Spill it, daddy.
I am literally Sharice sitting in the cut saying nothing. Okay.
On camera. Anyway.
Hell to the nana. Hell to the nana. Tell us what we want to know.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, we got a super chat. Jean, welcome, Jean. We just love you.
You love Jean.
Thank you, Jean.
Thank you
Hello,
so much
Jean.
for the $5. She says it's the best way to start my week with Amir, Monica, Monique, and Richie. Oh, we love you too. I love you. Mwah, mwah.
We love Jean. Monica, I had a comment about Sherman. I think there's a reason that they like Sherman more than the dad because there was no trauma brought into the relationship, right? These kids have trauma with the parents. And I think with Sherman, it was like a blank slate and their mom looked happy. People always say children don't know, children don't notice. They notice everything. Everyone that ever their parents got divorced, the kids are always like, it's better. You know, most of the times they don't want their parents to be together. Like, that's not healthy. So I think Gizelle's trying to do the parent trap thing and the kids don't want it.
Trap.
Yeah.
And it also sounds like they never knew him as a father with his mother, with their mother. It doesn't sound like they even had that experience.
Mm-hmm.
And
they
they
know
know where they can hear everything, where the kids at school are talking. They know what's up.
Absolutely. And all they know of daddy is what they read on the blogs, you know, so it's a sad situation. Someone asked, where's John Yates? John doesn't follow this show. He's more of an Atlanta, New Jersey, and other shows. So he's not on this panel today. Okay, so Karen
She's so shady.
So Karen is party planning. And Wendy and Robin meet with their boys in the park. Let's dive in.
It's like no comment. You know what?
It's official. I am not feeling her. Why did she feel it was necessary to tell Robin what Candiace said to her about Gizelle being a monster? I think she's acting thirsty. I think those kids, though, oh my God, I'm obsessed with the kids. They're so
wait.
So cute. I love Carter.
Robin set her up with the okie doke because Robin specifically asked her, what did Candiace tell you about us? Mm-hmm. So she set the stage. Wendy, being new, fell into the trap. And now Gizelle has a reason to come after Candiace. Because this whole situation seemed very sketchy. Like it wasn't even that big of a deal, what she said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that she fell into that trap.
I disagree, Daddy. I don't like to disagree with Daddy, but listen, I disagree because I think that Wendy, like we've talked about, she watches the show. So I think she knew if she wants to get involved in the drama and be the bone collector, she needs to tell Robin, and she knows Robin is Gizelle's, butt buddy. So she knew she's going to take this news right to Gizelle. And now Wendy's relevant again.
Exactly.
I think Wendy's a little smarter than we're giving her credit for.
Oh, I think she's also she's doing her part. I definitely agree with you on that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. She got all those degrees for a reason, right?
For a reason, yeah. Miss Wendy. For me, she keeps bringing up these 4 degrees. I mean, is there anything to her fiber, anything to who she is as a person? Besides these 4 degrees, let's say she didn't have these 4 degrees. Who would she be?
This is how she does the single lady dance. She goes 4. It's like, come on. It's too much. And then she punishes the poor children by putting them in front of the degrees. If I was her kids, I would refuse to get a degree. I would get a degree from University of Phoenix. Just to kind of stick it to them. I mean, what the hell?
They might just do that,
And listen, I have a friend who's Nigerian, and her parents are very into schooling, and I know that Nigerian culture, and she's super successful. She's an engineer, on TikTok. I'm like, it's crazy, but that's how Nigerians are. So I respect that part.
But she's annoying AF. I mean, it's just like, what I find so interesting is when the new girls come on and they want to kiss Gizelle's butt, try to become Robin's friend. It's just like, have your own voice. Have your own voice. And I'm not a Candiace fan, as we all know. But she threw that girl under the bus so fast. And Candiace would have said the same thing to Gizelle's face. And she has.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she would have. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. And then she had the nerve to bring up Karen again. She has this weird obsession with Karen, and she age shamed Karen, talking about Karen's sex life. You know, she goes, I doubt Karen is in the bedroom doing pussy popping on a handstand. Well, how the hell would you know? She might be doing it on her head. You don't know what goes on in people's bedrooms. You really don't know.
Why are you thinking about it?
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to think about that.
No, it reminds me of Kelly Dodd, who is always screaming, I'm young, you guys are old. Meanwhile, she's 44 and her co-stars are in their 50s. You're not that much younger. But what is the obsession? It's like she has her sights set on going after Karen. I don't know why.
Right. Don't mess with the grand dame. Like I'm obsessed with Karen, and I cannot stand when these younger girls come on and age shame people. If you're lucky and blessed to be that age and look that good, because Karen looks damn good, you don't need to say nothing. Boo.
Mm-hmm. I doubt Rihanna's coming into, Wendy's Instagram with her like 65K.
Hello.
Lady cream.
And you know what I don't like about, what I really don't like about Wendy, honestly, is that, again, she's done the research. I don't like when they come into the show having done the research. And even though we have problems with Leah on RHOP, we like that she's doing her own thing. She hasn't read the Bible, the Bravo Bible, and is going after certain people. I don't like Wendy. She's done her research. She has like a little book and she's like, okay, go after Wendy, go after Karen, go after Gizelle. It's like, it's tired. It's a little tired.
Her 5th degree is going to be in Housewives. Why?
Shade. But she claims that she's never watched the show. She said, I've only seen one episode. And I know. It's like, girl, that's what they all say. It's very obvious you've been doing your homework and you felt that Karen and Ashley are the two weakest links maybe in her mind, and she's going after them. Mm-hmm. But don't play with Ashley and Karen. Karen's an OG. She'll set you straight.
Sure will.
She really will.
See, she just hasn't gotten Karen mad yet.
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be good.
Good. Karen's not getting mad at all this season. Like, so many things are happening, and I'm like, she's going to get mad. She's going to get mad. And, like, she's just kind of like, all right, good for you.
Yeah. Like, I'm bothered.
That's an
She's
OG.
so unbothered.
That's an OG. She knows. Don't give these bitches no camera time.
None.
Not giving you no energy. So Robin throws Candiace under the bus, and she's like, Candiace was out of line in those tweets to Ashley. And Wendy's like, what? Girl, you're a CNN fill-in, not even an analyst. You're a fill-in. You do your research. You get on Twitter, you get on social media, and you research shit. You knew what she said. What? She said, really? Take an acting class.
Not CNN fill-in.
Oh, she is.
Can I ask you guys a question? If you were invited to be on a show like this, wouldn't you have watched some of it beforehand? I know I would have. There is no way I'm coming into a show not knowing anything about it, not having watched it, and I live in the same city as it's filmed too. I would.
You better believe it. Richie, even if I was to go on Camp Getaway, I would watch some episodes. And that's saying a lot.
Well, come on. You have 4 degrees. You're not doing research on the show that comes on a contract.
Come on.
Kind of hard.
Come on. I don't believe it. And let's be honest, if you even let's say you never watched the show, you might have heard on Twitter or something about how Robin will push her own mother in front of a bus for Gizelle. So you knew even that basic thing. You knew that basic thing. She would push her partner, her rehab partner, and her mom right in front of the bus because that's who Robin and Gizelle are. And I don't believe that Bravo is so in the zeitgeist that even if you don't watch these shows, you kind of know who these people are. So I just don't believe her.
I agree. And speaking of which, Robbie McD, I'm from the DC area, and I assure you, Wendy is no different than most of us working professionals in the area. They're educated homeowners with great careers. Yes, they are. And that's what makes that area so fly, because they all are educated. Like, you are not any better than the rest of them.
That is the absolute truth.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's like coming to LA and being like, I'm an actor / waiter. We're like, all right, there's a lot of us.
I mean, that's the best analogy ever.
It's like when you go to Potomac, you're a successful, strong woman full of, Black girl magic. I mean, I think she's overdoing it. Like in the first episode, I was like, I'm so here for this gorgeous family. I love her husband. I love her kids. And I still do, but I'm like, girl, you're kind of making me not like you because you keep bragging about it. Like, I was here for you from day one.
Mm-hmm. I will say this too. We have to, this is also a new housewives pitfall or trap. If you say it one time and they know, once they catch that moment on camera, I got you. We're going to bring up this. You're going to talk about this 4 degrees a lot more. And then all of a sudden, it keeps coming up in episodes. That's a newcomer's mistake every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The one experience I have with the reality TV is I did one dating show. It was literally 15 minutes, but it took hours of filming. And you wouldn't believe, we'd be talking. The producer would come and whisper in my ear and be like, ask him about his mother. And then he would ask me about some horrible situation I was in. And I'm thinking, what the hell? And that keeps coming up. And that was very small experience I had. So they do that. And they ask you pointed questions. Tell us about what you had for lunch and your degrees. It's like, and then that's all they use. Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's interesting because the producers know she's sounding like an idiot and she's making herself look like a fool. So they're like, okay, we're gonna run with this. This is your thing. 4 degrees. We're running with it.
That then becomes your persona.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. If I ever did Bravo, I would bring in my own producer and I'd be like, you have to be the one to tell them, like, don't say that dumb shit. Don't say it, Amir.
You know what? It's funny, though. The crazy thing about it is, even if you're being directed a certain way, they can only use what you give them. So you have to really go into that situation like, no, I'm not going to. I see where this is going. No, I'm not going to give you that. You have to be that savvy.
Yes,
that's exactly. Karen. That's Karen.
Because once the drinks start flowing, you on drink number 2, those defenses come down and you start talking a whole lot of smack.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why you have to drink Pepsi like Sheree.
Give me 5 minutes.
Guys, we got another super chat. Grandma Scary, thank you so much for the $5.
Grandma Scary.
He says, Monica, can we please see you? Expressions are all. Yes, darling, it's coming. One day you will see me.
Stop trying to reveal Oz. She's Oz. Leave her be. We're the Munchkins.
We're Charlie's Angels, the 3 of us guys.
Yes! Everyone get to their side.
Exactly.
Someone screenshot that.
Yeah. So, Miss Wendy is just trying way too hard. And she's now exposing herself. Next week, she goes after Ashley. Did you guys see that preview?
That.
Oh, yes.
OMG. She just attacks like an alley cat and goes after her over parenting, motherhood. It's like, like, girl, why didn't you just ask Monique, could you bring your baby too? Hello?
Right, like,
I
mean, give Ashley a break. She's a first-time mom. I can't even imagine how stressful that is. I had just got a New Yorkie, and that thing was, I had to send it to my mom.
Yeah,
so I understand. You don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do. So as a 3-time mom, like, why wouldn't you give her some advice, like pour into her? Clearly, she doesn't know, how to manage it all.
Right.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And let's be honest, Wendy's daughter isn't she her publicist? I mean, she's a little kid. She's a baby, but she's like her publicist. She's doing her speeches. She's giving her advice. She don't need to come on any lake house. The daughter is feeding herself and living in an apartment somewhere. She's doing good.
Exactly.
Doing good. Leave her be. Dean needs a lot of help. Dean needs help.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so scrumptious.
Oh,
He is really scrumptious.
So adorable.
Candiace is so shady with those comments about Dean.
Oh.
He looks good right here. He looks good right there. I'm like, girl, shut your mouth. God.
I know, she's so shady. And eventually he'll look like his mother one day.
Oh, that was so shady.
Girl, go
Shady.
sit down someplace, please. That girl is just too much. She needs a spanking. Where's Miss Doris when you need her?
Absolutely. And why is she sitting so far in that cafe, deep in the cafe? I was girl, you couldn't sit
She
closer.
didn't even help her come in. She just sat there and she was struggling with that stroller. I was like, you are wrong.
She just sat there like, you'll make it in. Get over here eventually. My heart just kind of breaks for Ashley because it's so hard being a new mother. You really have. There's no rule book. I mean, people can't tell you enough. Like when I had my first child, oh my God, it was like, why didn't people tell me you don't sleep at night? No one tells you about that part. So yeah, Ashley, and she's emotional, she's hormonal. There's a lot of stuff going on. And then on top of it, having to deal with a vulture like Wendy. Oh my God. It's like,
right.
I'm telling you, she's going to lose some fans next week.
Wendy, she's already losing them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's okay. She'll get a degree to keep her warm. It's fine.
Someone on Twitter said, Wendy needs to worry less about Karen's sex life and more about her wigs. I agree. Look at the faces. I agree.
Oh God.
Oh,
Okay,
Listen, go ahead, Richie.
I was never going to say this on any platform, but my golly, the part needs to be the same color, right? The part is a whole different. That's my only complaint. I'm like, listen. I rock with you and listen, wear a wig, wear a weave, do whatever you want to do. But it's just, I feel like production be zooming in on it. You know what I'm saying? It just like.
Yes. Yeah. The edges are Teresa Giudice. Please get a pushback, a hair. I don't know, some sort of surgery to get that hairline fit. I can't deal with it. I can't. Because that's all I can stare at. It's just too much for me.
Again, they keep on it. They zoom in on that thing.
Someone in the chat said them Dracula edges. Y'all are
Was that Sweet Cookie? Because Cookie, that's what Cookie said.
I think it was. I feel like that's. No, it's Leela Jennings. Them Dracula edges.
Somebody said the wig has degrees.
Oh my God. I'm deceased. I am dead. I'm deceased. Okay, I'm not coming back either.
Y'all are awful. I love it.
I love you guys are on it this Monday. On it.
Wow.
Listen, okay, so I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because I understand your first season on something, you don't always know, right? Like, okay, this is what I need to do for season 2. Okay, I got it. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Someone actually posted an old picture from season 1 reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they said that they look like they all worked at different places in the mall. And when you see them then versus now, it is night and day. So maybe season 2, she'll pull it together.
Oh man, Monique, that is funny. Where did Kim work? Claire's?
They said Kim was like she was at the perfume counter.
Oh man.
Okay.
That is funny.
Guys, we got another super chat.
Yay.
Jade, thank you so much for the $5. She says, love y'all, degrees of separation. Ooh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, go ahead, Jade.
Oh, go ahead, Jade. That is shady.
Yes, shady, shade tree. So moving along, we have Candiace and Ashley meeting for coffee. And, Candiace trying to pull this apology out of her. Sound off, Richie.
Okay, so I think I had been sort of weighing the varying degrees of who was wrong in this situation. So initially, I thought that, okay, Candiace definitely needed to apologize because I felt like everybody was honing in on the roach comments, the bed wench and all those other things that she was tweeting that the day that Ashley was born, because otherwise they had technically been going at each other. So, but the people on my chat today was telling me that they both needed to apologize. So I must need to go back and rewatch the footage to really tell what it is that Ashley has said outside of defending herself with Candiace on the show. That's all I could really figure out. So I don't know.
And we cannot forget though, Ashley is glowing as a new mom, and I'm loving her so far this season. But Ashley has been a shady heifer all them other seasons beforehand. I understand how RHOP could forgive her after she called out that woman was seeing somebody else. All the mess she talked about Karen Huger and her marriage. Like, she was always going for people, and we're forgetting because she's glowing in motherhood with this adorable baby, but she's been a shady heifer since the first season she was on.
Facts. She has.
Amen. Absolutely. And you know what, with Candiace, that throws me off is that she literally getting an apology out of her is harder than getting that butter knife out of her hands. I mean, it's like, girl, like, just say you're sorry. Like, just say you're sorry. This woman is in front of you, basically in tears. She's like with her kid and the kid's being fussy. Just give her, even if you give her a fake apology, just give her something right now. I feel like Candiace is always trying to be so authentic and she just comes off like a bully.
Even the baby said something. The baby was even like, look, if you don't apologize to my mom, I'm going to spit up on your ass.
I know.
He should have. He should have thrown up all over her $2.99 blouse that she was wearing.
Baby Dean is so adorable, isn't he?
He is.
And I know Ashley has been a shady tree many seasons, but my heart just melts for a baby. Baby changes everything.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. So it's kind of hard not to feel sorry for Ashley. And then Candiace is just like the Wicked Witch of the West. Just, her behavior, her immaturity, even when she's trying to be nice, she's being shady. She says about baby Dean, and who talks about a baby, right?
Ooh.
Who talks about, she goes, he looks more like Michael now, but I do see some Ashley coming in. He'll be blessed to look like Ashley.
Whoa,
again, this is one of those areas where it's like, come on now, are we going to talk about the kid? Are we trying to be shady, or were you trying to be like, what was she trying to do in that moment?
Shady. She can't help it. Hey guys, we got another super chat. Catherine Forehand, thank you so much for the $24.99.
Thank you, girl.
And she says,
Woo!
thank you. She says, thank you, DJ Richie Sky. I love you. I appreciate you. I really enjoy
I love
you guys.
too.
Aw, so sweet. Thank you.
I love that.
Yeah, we love
But babies look like their dads for about, like, I think the first couple of months. It's like a biological thing. So we don't, like, back in the day, cavemen would have thrown their babies out. So that's a thing. That's a biological thing. So he is going to look like Dean. So get over it.
That's why you got to be so careful. If you're thinking about having kids, you better think about that gene pool. I look at everything.
Yeah.
You better.
My man look good.
Mm-hmm. He must. I get that. I mean, it's important. And let's be honest, at the end of the day, the sons usually end up looking like their moms anyway. So he'll look like his mom anyway. It's fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Candiace squeezes out an apology. She gets it out, barely. Then she brings up Monique being mad at her for inviting Charisse to her anniversary party. And she says she didn't realize it would upset Monique so much. Candiace, you're a little girl playing a big girl's game. Cut it out, okay? Just stop, okay? she knew exactly what's going on. She knew about all the nasty rumors Charisse was spreading around town about Monique. She knew she made up with Monique after the season 4 reunion, and they promised to have each other's back.
Right.
And as soon as they did that, Candiace went off and reached out to Charisse and became friends with her. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knows. What are your thoughts? Sound off, Monique.
Well, especially knowing what we know now. I mean, that was so calculated. And remember, she said she didn't have a problem that Charisse was there, but she didn't give her a heads up and saying, this heifer won't be here, just a heads up. She's just wrong for that. And I still don't understand why they really feel the need. Love Gizelle. We're both Hampton University sisters. But why do they feel the need to kiss her ass so much and just throw Monique under the bus? I don't get it.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That for some reason, Candiace has an upset, in my opinion. I think Candiace has an obsession with Gizelle. I don't know if she wants to be her lover or it's a single white female thing going on, but she's obsessed with Gizelle, like big time. It's almost scary.
Wow.
You know, honestly,
it's a bit
I feel
much.
like there's usually a queen bee on every show. And some women on the show will seemingly want to be her, i.e. compete with her, or be on her good side. And it seems to me like Ashley, Candiace, I get the sense that they want to be on Gizelle's good side. I even almost get the sense that Monique just doesn't want to have her as an enemy anymore. Like I think you just get tired of having to fight the person that everybody is positioning as the queen bee.
Well said. Very well said.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. We have someone in the chat said one day I want you all to reenact a scene that would be epically funny. I think we'd be down for
We need to do that.
I think we'd be down for that.
I would like to reenact a scene from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That to me would just be
Yes, darling. That would be
I am down. As long as I don't have to be Brandy, I'm cool.
I want to be Erica so I can just sit there and go.
I want to be Denise. I just want to confuse you all, okay? I want to confuse you all.
I know, right? I want to be Lisa Rinna.
And I'm going to be Gizelle. I'll be like, you're such an awful mother. I don't understand.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, I just have a little housekeeping to get out of the way. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment in the chat, comment down below, and also hit that notification bell. Okay. So moving along. So next we have Monique and her beautiful family. She's having a date night with her hubby. And, you know, the stress of life happens in marriage. They're talking about their issues. Monique feels a little overwhelmed. And she just wants her husband to initiate date nights more, just be a little more supportive. Sound off, guys.
You know, I guess in this situation, this is why people say that marriage is hard. Because I honestly don't even, I think honestly, I would be missing my head if I was Monique, running around with 3 kids, a whole husband that you got to like make sure he's satisfied. Like, I don't know how she does it. That's just me. And that's like anybody with 3 kids to me is just like, you a superhero.
Amen.
You're a superhero if you could deal with the one. But when they outnumber you, that's power right there.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I know.
And no credit. I think she needs credit. And I think sometimes moms even, I know you're saying that in a nice way, Richie, obviously like superhero, but they get that moniker and then people think they don't need help or check-ins, you know, and then they showed the poor daughter. And I know the daughter was just joking. Oh, nobody cares about your day. And it's like, but that kind of stuff.
No, but it that's it though. I feel like that's what happens. I mean, like her day, I'm sure like most moms, their time gets pushed back.
Yeah. You don't have a life anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said, don't forget the bird. Yeah, that's another layer of.
And the bird.
T'Challa has his own stuff going.
But that bird attacks Wendy, honey. I can't wait for that bird to attack Miss Wendy.
I wish he could have taken But for real, like with Monique, it goes to show you a lot of these women hate on her because they wanted her life. But just because you have a lot of money and a fine ass, handsome Hulk of a husband and beautiful kids, it doesn't mean that you don't struggle. It doesn't mean that everything is perfect and honky-dory. I mean, she's a hands-on mom. She braids her daughter's own hair. That's a lot of work. She's cooking meals. So it's just like, don't hate on her. She has the same issues as everybody else.
Yeah. And you don't always want to hire help. Like for me, I'm scared to hire help. I would have to have cameras all around. So I'd rather just do it all myself. It's just easier. It's harder, but it's easier. It's less stress for me. You know,
Interesting. And sometimes, Monica, that's a great point, because when you do hire help, then you get dependent on them. And what if they drop the ball? Like they're like, I can't, and you're like filming, or I don't know, like, and then all of a sudden you can't get back in that routine. So I don't blame her, but Chris was trying. Chris was like, well, let's just pay them. Like, and then I kind of didn't like when he kind of threw a little bit of shade, because he was like, I'm the one that's going to be paying them. And it's like, Chris, like, she's making her own coin with the cookbook and and she's doing a lot of stuff. So I wouldn't say you're the only one contributing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. She's tackling a lot. And plus she's a bit, like you said, a businesswoman. She has her Not So Lazy for Moms brand. She's trying to do it all. She just wrote a book about potty training.
She's potty trained an infant. I mean, goodness gracious.
She potty trained a bird.
Right. I mean, is there anything she can't do? I mean, she's Superwoman.
She needs a potty train Ramona Singer.
She needs to potty train Candiace. Yep.
So funny.
Oh my God. Ooh. Someone said Wendy coming off strong. She's giving me Omarosa vibes. Really messy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Not Omarosa.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
If she's giving Omarosa vibes, she might be doing something right, because you know Omarosa is like a person that people love to hate, and they tend to make the best reality TV characters.
Absolutely. And I think Henrietta is friends with T'Challa, because there's two birds in that photo. So maybe T'Challa sent her. All right. All right. I love that.
Wendy's edges are polarizing. So yes, I can see her coming back. They're polarizing.
Y'all are so messy. I'm out.
Yeah, this is a good one today.
Oh my God. So we're moving on, and Chris and Candiace meet in the park for some deviled eggs and chicken wings.
Why is that so shady when Monica says it?
They talk about, having kids, growing their family, buying a house. And Candiace is apprehensive. She's like, look, my mother totally effed up with me. I don't want to make the same mistakes. I think we should wait. And Chris is like, no, I'm ready. I want to do it. Mind you, he has 3 other kids. I don't see what the big rush is.
Right.
Yeah, but he wants to do it. He wants to jump into it.
And notice he said he wanted the kids before the house. She mentioned something about we're getting a house and the kids. He's like, well, the kids I can't wait on. The house I can. It's like, oh.
Where are they going to sleep?
Oh, my goodness.
Where are they going to sleep, in that ugly guest room that Candiace designed?
Richie, sound off. What are your thoughts? Do you think Candiace is ready for a baby?
Not being a woman and not being a mother I think that's one of a question that's really hard to answer. What I will say though is I feel like it would temper her a little bit. And I hope that's fair to say as a man, but just by observation, it seems like in particular with the women on this show and even I think in real life, having a baby tends to change things for I think a lot of women and a lot of men in different ways. So I almost feel like it would be good for her, because I think that it would show her that maybe she was a lot harder on Ashley than she needed to be.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other thing is, I don't know if people are often ready when they become parents. They just adapt.
That's a good point.
Very true.
Amir, sound off. What are your thoughts? Is she ready?
I mean, I don't think that even Chris thinks he's ready, because at one point they were talking about that dinner or whatever, and he was like, "You wouldn't let go of the butter knife." So like he obviously kind of doesn't think she's ready. And like, God forbid someone says something about the baby. Is she gonna like slit their throat at the sip and see? I mean, she's a little unstable. So I'm
Good point.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about Candiace. And you know what, y'all? I went into my DMs the other day, and I had somehow at some point last year been communicating with Candiace. So I don't know. I saw some DMs between us. I was like, okay.
Hey, what did they say?
Oh, yeah.
It was very innocuous. It was like, "You're looking good." She's like, "Thanks, babe. Love your page." It was like a very like normal conversation. So I was like, was I Team Candiace at some point? I guess. I must have blacked out. It's interesting. Yeah.
We all have our moments.
I must have blacked out. But, you know, just to kind of play a little bit of like a nicer, kinder human being like Richie, I think that a kid will maybe temper her and help her out a little bit. I think it will, you know, if you bake enough sugar cookies, you can't be a bitch. That should be on a t-shirt somewhere. So I think that's my advice to Candiace.
I just read the funniest comment. But before I jump into that, sound off in the chat. Tell us, is Candiace ready to be a mother? Let us know what you think. But someone said, and oh my God, I'm ready to choke and gag. Someone said, Wendy gives me Jermaine Jackson hair tease.
Y'all.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. QT, please, somebody take her phone away. I'm gagging. Yeah. Candiace is a loose cannon. She's really evil. She can be at times, right? I agree. Wendy has a Jerry curl.
Leave Wendy alone.
I have a Jerry curl wig in that one confessional. I forgot about that.
Yes. Oh my God. Totally. Yes.
Y'all, how far have we come where we're forgiving Karen's crazy Oompa Loompa banged wig? I love it. I love it so much. Like, I love Karen so much. I love it. I love it. I think it needs to be in the clubhouse. Andy needs to get it. Like, it's everything.
Let me tell you something. Karen can do no wrong. I swear to you. Like, no. Karen, I am obsessed with her. She is everything.
She's everything. She knew what she was doing, going live, you know, on the trip. She was starting her Instagram live empire, and I'm here for her. So just
do you. He knows. Yep. So then Candiace brings up the whole situation with Gizelle, and that she apologized to Ashley. And then they start to role play, and Chris pretends to be Gizelle and says, I just don't know why you're so nasty. You threw a butter knife.
Do you guys know that butter knife has been brought up in just about every episode this season so far?
Yeah.
You know that's comparable to when you're texting someone and you throw a shady ass comment and then you say LOL afterwards trying to like negate and you say something shady. You've been wanting to say that to Candiace for a long time. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Amen. We've never seen any of these ladies eating butter, but there's a lot of butter knives at these tables.
Oh my God. Amir, the wigs on the franchises are characters in and of themselves. Absolutely.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
There's some iconic ones. Nene comes to mind. Nene Leakes, she had that really choppy, crazy wig. I love that. That was iconic. I feel like Karen's wig and Nene's wig would go out for a drink together.
And don't forget about Kim season 1 of Atlanta, that plastic looking wig that she used to wear, the blonde wig.
The Dollar Tree wig. Oh my God.
The one she yanked before she choked her. Yep.
That one. Yeah. That one. Erica Jane wears some interesting hair pieces too. You never know what you're going to get with her.
She looks like a Muppet with a Chanel allowance. That's what she dresses like now. Her last hair at the baby shower.
Someone said,
Oh, God.
you all are so biased as it relates to Monique.
What we saying? What happened?
We love her. What has happened?
Did I miss something?
I don't know. I think we're fair across the board, but I will say I'm unapologetically biased. I love Monique. I love her. So both Moniques.
We're
Monique
too
Kelly,
biased. Like we like her too much.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry, I love her.
People tell me that all the time, and my reaction is always, "Oh, okay."
Sorry,
All right.
Hey guys, we
All
got
right.
another super chat. April, thank you so much for the $4.99. Giselle's house gave me dead grandma estate sale teas. Child, me too. Ooh.
Wait, did y'all see they panned into like every nook and cranny of that like main room last night? You can see every little, like they did this little thing where they showed every little piece of like gaudy furniture, this, that, and the third. It was just like, I was like, you guys are so shady.
They're always showing this rug.
That is definitely a $900,000 cabin house. Makeup. Like I agree. I do agree with Candiace there. See, I'm not biased after all.
Oh, God. I agree with that too. I agree with that. I mean, nothing wrong with a log cabin. I mean, you can make it look cute, but unfortunately, Gizelle just has that cost plus world market taste.
Woo,
So,
child.
not for me. It's not for me.
Not the cabin in the woods.
The cabin in the woods. child.
Woo, not a cabin.
Cabin.
Yes, I was getting cabin fever just in there for a minute with that drone going to every corner and every bathroom.
I know. So speaking of cabin in the woods, we're at Giselle's house now, and her friend, her friend and hairstylist Cal comes by to visit.
Oh, I like him.
I like Cal too.
I like Cal too, actually.
Why he lied to her and said it looked good? Now he shouldn't have lied to her like that.
She needed it, honey. She was in tears almost. She needed it. She needed a win.
So Cal has known Jamal for years, right? Cal used to cut Jamal's hair. He knows Gizelle, and he knows Jamal for years. And he just cracks me up with his shade. He says, Giselle's wig looks like a coochie hair. That's what he said.
She didn't prepare us though. She came out looking like she was in the ensemble of Lion King on Broadway, and I was like unprepared. You gotta prepare the viewer for this. You gotta prepare the viewer for this. I was like, what is going on?
So she's using her girls for a storyline, and she brings up that the girls don't like Daddy. They don't like him. They don't like that.
Monica, you're so shady using the girls for a storyline. I can't.
Bringing it up in every scene. I mean,
It's true. It's true.
Carry
on. Sorry.
Okay. So Kyle tries to, he's telling her, listen to your girls, listen to them. They know best. Bottom line, they don't want to see you repeat the same mistake. Sound off. Monique, what are your thoughts? Because you're the dating expert.
He's absolutely right. It's like, I know it gets hard. Ladies, listen. It gets hard. And sometimes you will feel like you're going to be single forever. And it's easy to settle into something with a toxic ex, but it's not worth it. It's just one person. You just need one person that's right for you. So please don't settle for some foolery, especially when your daughters are I sounded real Jersey. Your daughters are telling you, don't do it. Like, don't settle. Giselle's a classic example of a beautiful woman who needs to clean up her attitude a little bit inside so she can attract the energy she wants to come to her.
I agree.
Right there.
That was, I don't really want to go after that. That was so wonderful. It was so well said, Monique. It's true, because I think sometimes it's like you have to want to decide to be happy, because I've gone back to exes because the trauma and the fights felt more comfortable than actually being in a healthy, happy relationship. So I can relate to that, wanting to go backwards. And there's this idea of wanting to end things on your terms. Like maybe she wants to be with him and not let the cheating be the reason they break up. And maybe she's the reason they break up. I don't know what it is. Maybe she needs that closure, but she's doing it I didn't have children, she's doing it at, oh, look at that man professing to Jesus, honey.
Woo,
Yes.
gosh.
Goodness
yes,
gracious.
honey.
Wow.
He looks good there. Listen, I would be part of that congregation, honey, and I'm Muslim.
Goodness gracious.
Ooh.
Oh, he looks good in a suit. Anyways.
Sound off, Richie.
There's Cal.
There's Cal. Sound off, Richie. What
Hello, Cal.
again? I mean, is Cal
I
right?
don't know. To me, I mean, looking at this situation from a real life perspective, like, why would you ever get back with somebody who literally embarrassed the SHIT out of you in front of a whole congregation of people that you were supposed to be first ladying? You know what I'm saying? You looking crazy sitting in the front pew every Sunday. Meanwhile, these girls behind you in second, third, fourth, and 15th pew trying to get your man, and he's easily and readily available. Why would you ever in your life think to take this man back and then do so on national television when you are supposed to be the queen bee in charge of the girls? That does not look right to me. And honestly, I'm here for people falling in love and doing this, that, and the third. Yeah. Get back together for the kids, blah, whatever. But to me, in this instance, no, it's a no for me. And I don't understand why she's pushing this down our throats with this whole situation.
Agreed.
I hope she... Storyline. Yep. It's a storyline. And, you know, Richie, you said it well. There's no reason to embarrass yourself again. And there's not enough holy water to expunge him from all of his sins and to clean that ding-a-ling, honey, that's been in every pew, up and down. And, we don't know if he went outside the congregation because this man had to go to dinner. He had to go for drinks. He had to go out to Starbucks. He could be getting people all over the place.
Right. And how are you supposed to be the head of the church and you're blatantly fornicating, right? Obviously.
And he's not the first pastor to do this. We know this. But there's a little bit of a repeat with Gizelle, because even with Sherman, after he played her, totally dismissed her, didn't come with her to different events, she took him back even after that. And then she acts like she's so unbothered, but she tends to give people chances, too many chances. People do mess up, and I understand being forgiving, but certain things you need to just keep it moving. Get you a politician. We talked about this before. Get you a man who's probably in his mid-50s, who's a politician and not in the limelight, so you can be the star in the relationship. I promise you, you'll see a difference.
Yes, agreed. Like a lobbyist.
Like the politicians could be cheating too. You need to get yourself a medical doctor, okay? Somebody that ain't got a lot of time on their hands, okay? That's what she needs to do.
Watch out for those nurses at the hospital.
Exactly. Hey, guys, we got another super chat. I am Diva Nicole. Thank you so much for the $5. She says, Wendy can't help having a low hairline. It's true. Yeah. Good point. I just wish someone would show her how to blend it with her wig better. Okay?
That's what I was saying.
Thank you, Diva Nicole.
Yep.
Yes, that's what you need a toothbrush for, to kind of blend it in. She can use a toothbrush to blend it in.
Yes, exactly. Now, Wendy, I know you're listening, darling. Please reach out to a Diva Nicole, okay? Mm-hmm.
Yes, honey. Yes, support Black business. Get her, hire her. Love
Exactly.
it. Here
Black
for
business.
it. Yes.
Melissa says, I don't know why she's even on the show. She's not married. And I agree. I think she's in it for the money and a storyline. Yeah, I agree, girl. Yeah, I agree with you. Mm-hmm.
I would be sad, though, if she left. Like, she kind of feels like, to me, like a Bethany and a Teresa. Like, I need them. I feel comforted by their presence.
I will say the same. I don't want her to go anywhere. I think she is the grounding force for this show in some interesting way. I think she could step it up in a couple of areas. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't even think, to be honest with you, not every woman on these shows needs to have a man. Like Real Housewives of New York, ain't nobody got a man. Okay, got half a man, some kind of man, a man in the mix, but they ain't really got a man.
It's true.
You know, in a relationship. And I just feel like that's more important to show women, is that, okay, you don't need a man in your life in order to be complete. A much more interesting storyline to me would have been just to see her attempting to co-parent better with him. And I would have appreciated that a lot more than trying to force this faux romance down our throats.
I totally agree.
It is forced.
That's true.
Very forced.
Very forced. And you know what? Giselle is a a force all by herself. I mean, she brings it. She's like a Kenya Moore. You know, they can be manless, which they are most of the time, and still carry their storyline. They don't need a man. And especially when you can't keep one, just don't fake the funk for the audience. We know it's not real. Girl, just come to us correct. Just bring that Erica Kane shade. Kenya Moore has the same exact thing. They don't need a man to have a storyline.
They really don't. I don't know if you saw Kenya's, she posted something on Instagram. It was just her singing Kenya Moore hair care, and I watched it like 20 times. I was like, I'm watching it over and over again. It was just her going Kenya Moore hair care and throwing her hair back, and it was just so fun and engaging. I'm like, she doesn't even need to have a house. She could be in a car, for God's sakes, with the cutie baby, and I would still watch.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh my God. Don't get me started. Kenya's baby is adorable.
That baby and Dean. Maybe they need a play date. That would be cute. Dean
Her
and
baby.
baby.
For it.
Mm-hmm. Brooklyn is so smart. Brooklyn is so smart. She know her mama crazy, but she always looks at her like, okay, mama. Okay. Okay. I love Brooklyn.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so moving along, we're at the party. We're at the fabulous Beyonce formation Karen Huger party. This is her housewarming. Well, I really wouldn't call it a housewarming. This is her welcome to Potomac party, you know.
Yes.
And then you have Robin and Gizelle throwing the shade. You know, Robin's talking about, you know, this is a rented house and all that other stuff. Meanwhile, you know, she lives in this. This is Robin's house, okay?
Why did you make it black and white? You are so shady.
And then
you have that looks like, well.
Oh my God.
Then you have Karen's house. I mean, there's no comparison. Seriously, girl. I don't care if it's rented or not. Karen is living that life, and she's in Potomac.
Okay.
Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God. That house looked like it's from Halloween. That's crazy. Wow.
Seriously. And Gizelle keeps talking about Ray. Where's Ray? You know,
why are they obsessed with her and Ray? She got this. Worry about yourself. Stop. Mm-hmm. And I love how Ray came back real quick. Like, she has my last name, boo-boo.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But Ray was there. He was present, but where was Pastor Holy Whore? He was nowhere to be found. Crickets. Crickets.
Did you say Pastor Holy Whore? Is my internet connection correct? No, that's insane.
I mean, seriously, girl. Always coming for Karen, and where's your man? Worry about your man, Gizelle.
And just leave them alone. People grow apart. Like, I mean, when I moved out of my house, my sister did, my parents grew apart and they came together. When you're an empty nester, it's like a weird transition. And let's be honest, Ray's a little bit awkward. Like, he's just he doesn't really want the filming. He's not happy with Karen kind of running off doing, you know, Grand Dam. She was very mad about the La Grand Dam comment. She was very mad. La Dame, she's busy. So I think there's just a transition. And the only question I have, what's going on behind their house? It looks like it's an endless wilderness. Like, it looks like you'd be sitting out there and a coyote would just drag you off. I didn't really understand that. I was a little confused. Didn't seem safe.
It's called acres. Acreage.
We don't have that in LA.
No, my acreage is my patio. Yep.
Y'all from LA, y'all wouldn't understand. It's acreage. So then Gizelle is really mad. You know, first Candiace talked about her cabin in the woods and her house was a $900,000 tear down. Now she's saying that she's a monster and she's painting her in a bad light to Wendy. So she confronts her about it and she lets her have it. Sound off, Monique.
I'm like, are you letting Pastor Jamal Bryant have it like you're letting Candiace have it? You are shady. Your place is a $900,000 restoral. Like, own it and be like, yeah, it's going to be fly when I'm done. There's nothing wrong with that. And you are a monster. And Candiace said it to your face. She needs to be questioning why Wendy's being shady so soon. That's what she needs to do.
Yep, I agree. Amir, sound off.
I totally like co-sign that with Monique because it's true. Like I wouldn't trust Wendy because I'm like, is she now the bone collector of the season and is just everything I say going to be taken? And let's be honest, a game of telephone, the way Candiace said it was not as fully charged as Wendy delivered it. It was like, she's a monster. She's she's shady. It was kind of like not that deep. And she made it this thing. And I feel like Gizelle's stuck on monster. And I'm like, girl, just chill out. Like, it's not that you can be very aggressively kind of like a monster sometimes. Like, just own that.
Yeah.
Own it.
I mean, that's a monster face to me. I mean,
yes, it is. That's before she's going to always she digs in right after that face.
Richie, sound off. What are your thoughts? Did Robin exaggerate? Did she, because Wendy didn't really make it sound like it was that bad, No,
I'm actually Team Candiace on this point right here because she tweeted out this. She said, girl, if you don't get from around my porch with this weak fishing for something to be mad about, you have been called much worse and you were not really mad. Stick to your day job, honey. Acting isn't your ministry.
Ooh.
That about sums up how I felt.
Child.
Well, holler.
Okay, Candiace, finally. I'll drink to that. Yes, Candiace is finally here. And not being, this is the kind of shade we like from Candiace, where it's not below the belt.
Exactly.
Good for her. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good for her.
I think I definitely agree with all of you. I think Gizelle was looking for another TV moment and just something to just dig her claws into Candiace even further. Because, once you piss Gizelle off, she runs with it.
Yeah. She really does.
And she knows Candiace is weak, vulnerable, and obsessed with her. So it's like, okay, I'm going to make you feel really bad. Don't you ever mention my name again,
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's the way to do it. And Candiace won't put up with it. She always will walk out mid. That would drive me nuts. If I was trying to confront someone and they kept leaving mid-sentence, I would flip a table in the pool. Like, that would make me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Very Jersey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seriously.
If I was ever a housewife, I'd have a little bit of every franchise with me.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Hey guys, we got another super chat. Latoya Taylor, thank you so much for the $5. We appreciate it so much. Gizelle thinks she can have Monique's, I guess, life with Pastor Holy Ho. Wendy need to do us African sisters justice on that show. Leave Ray alone, please. I agree. Leave Ray alone. I like Ray.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He wears the same outfit every season, same khaki pants. And I love that scene where he walked upstairs with a drink. He was like, these are messy people. Love him. Love that man. I'm sure he was just like, that was from earlier in the night and they just used it like he was going to bed.
I think that he just basically lets Karen be Karen. That's what I like about him.
Yep.
And
I need a man like that.
Yes, Amir. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've dated people that are like, you're too much. I'm like, let me be too much.
Yeah, you want a man that when you're being too much, he just sits back and is like, look at my boo acting a mess. I love him. That's what you deserve.
Exactly. And Karen is herself. She's just fun loving. She gets out there. She's ready to boogie. Like she said, that's an old school term. For those that don't know boogie, she wanted to boogie and have fun. I love Karen and Ray. Leave them alone. I agree. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention, okay, so I loved Ray, but Chris Samuels has stepped into his shoes. He's officially my favorite house husband. When Chris Samuels said, he was talking to Wendy's husband, and he said, I just want to coach my little high school football team, get some here and there, and ride out to the sunset until I go home to heaven. I said, amen, brother. That's what I want to do. That's me. That is so me.
So good. So
I
good.
love it.
Oh my God. In that
I love his voice. His voice is just so like manly, powerful.
Yes.
There's
So
Southern
good.
gentleman
So
in
good.
Yes.
So good. I want him to do my voicemail.
it. Yeah.
I love him, and I think Wendy's husband is a good old snack this episode. I was like, oh, okay, I see you.
Oh yeah, he's snackable.
Well, here, hello, yeah.
Hello.
He's snackable. He really is.
Yes, he is.
So now I loved Karen's formation entrance. I loved it. But some people on social media, Robin specifically, let me just cut to the chase, came after her, was insulting her. And then Karen clapped back.
What'd she say?
Here's what Karen first posted. Because I guess in the episode, Robin was saying she looks like Pepto-Bismol. So Karen tweeted, she did. Karen tweeted October 19th, 2019 versus November 11th, 2019. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Oscar Wilde. And she tagged Robin. Okay.
I thought she was calling her Oscar Wilde. I was like, damn, that's savage. Is that what Lisa Rinna and Erica Jane wore? It looks like that same outfit.
It looks really similar.
On the right.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because then Robin claps back and she goes, no, Karen, I'm imitating Lisa Rinna and Erica Girardi here.
There we go. That's what I thought. I thought that was it.
That's what it was. Yep. She just has to say something. It's like, I don't know why these women always attack Karen.
Because they're haters.
Yeah.
They're haters. And Robin is also proud of you're still copying someone else. You're still not cool. You're still copying Lisa Rinna and Erica.
Right.
That's your defense? Okay.
That was Robin. Yeah. I'm not copying you, but someone else. Okay, Robin.
Robin doesn't have her own mind. She really just doesn't have her own mind.
She don't.
Poor thing.
A lot of people don't know that Beyonce said in her Formation song, she mentions the Black Bill Gates, and that came directly from the show Potomac and Karen. That's a quote from Karen.
Yes,
so she was just paying homage.
Boom.
Yeah.
Rihanna and Beyonce quoting her. Hello.
I know Rihanna is what did Rihanna said she loves her and she supports her, and she has Beyonce quoting her. So come on now. You gotta give Karen a prop. Come on now.
She said she's proud of Karen. Rihanna said she's proud of Karen. Can you imagine if Rihanna said she's proud of you? I would
oh my God.
And she didn't just say that and then run off. She just kept commenting and commenting. I love you. And it was just total love. It was so nice to see. It was really beautiful. That was Karen's moment.
She could have included Ray though. Like Ray could have just been like a hype man. He didn't have to be Jay-Z, but he could have been one of maybe like a hype man, maybe just like in the corner. But you know what? If you look at Ray didn't give a shit. Ray was dancing. Ray loved it. Ray did not feel excluded. That was other people.
That's what I'm saying. He just lets his wife be her.
Yep. Oh yeah.
He doesn't want to dress up. He don't want to dress up. He's good.
And I love, and no shade towards Karen, because I love Karen. But when Karen drinks and stuff, he's not the type to say, come on, baby, stop that. He lets her get drunk and then he just picks her up and takes her up to the bedroom.
Thank you.
I love that.
I do love that.
I love that.
I love that.
That's a
He
good
lets her
man.
be her. He lets her be her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be so livid if they just put if my partner put his name all over the stuff at a party, I would lose it. But he was just like, whatever.
Right. He's like, oh, okay, whatever.
He's like,
Whatever. Hey guys, we have to wrap this up because I know Monique, you have another interview. You're interviewing some very special people. And I had so much fun. RHOP, I'm telling y'all, keep doing what you're doing because this show is the bomb. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you on Thursday for the RHOPH recap. See y'all soon. Bye.
Season finale. Mwah. Bye.
Yes, season finale. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.